For more on the significance of what we've learned in this, let's turn to the New York Times investigative reporter James Risen, who in 2006 was awarded the Pulitzer Prize for his series of reports exposing the existence of the Bush administration's secret domestic spying program. Great, thanks for your time again tonight, sir.
Thanks for having me.
All right, the president confirmed in an official report from these IGs as the creator in the Ashcroft hospital drama. It sounds like the headline here. Is it, or is there something in here that was more illuminating to you?
Well, it's really an interesting report because it has it's chock full of details about not only the hospital scene, but about other aspects of the surveillance program. And to me, the headline of the entire report was something a little different, and that is buried deep in the report. It says that they interviews with intelligence community officials by all of the inspectors general, they found that no one could point to any counterterrorism successes that could be caused by this program. That the program, no one could identify any major attacks or arrests that were caused specifically by this program, which contradicts what President Bush repeatedly said for the last 3 years of his presidency, that this was saving thousands of lives. I think, to me, that is a fundamental issue that will change the nature of the debate about the NSA warrantless wiretapping program.
Change it in what sense? Is it the suggestion here that Bush was backfilling to justify invasion of privacy, or was that they just got it all wrong? Change it in what way?
What the IG is saying is that there is no solid, conclusive proof that the NSA warrantless wiretapping program was responsible for any major counterterrorism successes. The entire justification by the Bush administration for averting the FISA laws and going with a warrantless wiretapping program was that they said it had been saving lives and thwarting attacks. That is a fundamental issue that has been at the heart of this debate ever since it became public.
It is because of your reporting that we know about the warrantless wiretapping program to begin with. The new report here revealing that the president also authorized secret surveillance activities beyond wiretapping, and without details, the report simply cautioned that the collection activities since 9/11 were unprecedented, and retention and use of the information should be carefully monitored. It sounds scary. Is it in fact scary?
Well, we have reported on what some of those programs are. What they have done very carefully here is they have talked about what the president confirmed. What the president confirmed was our initial stories about what is now known as the terrorist surveillance program. Subsequent to that, we reported on data mining operations, and recently Eric Lischblau and I reported on how the fundamental debate at the hospital scene was about data mining involving emails of Americans. They have never officially acknowledged that, but that is what these things were. And they just don't want to say it because it still hasn't been officially confirmed by the White House.
One curious, I guess, side light to this: Mr. Ashcroft, Mr. Card, among the big names who did not subject themselves to interviews for the reports. Cheney's aide, David Addington, also on the list. The former CIA director, Mr. Tenet. John Yoo, who, of course, it was the proprietor, basically, of the memo factory that justified interrogation. Is it remarkable just how much these inspectors general were able to learn without any of these people?
Yeah, I mean, I found that very interesting that the former CIA director, Mr. Tenet, was able to just tell the IG, no, I'm not going to talk to you. I didn't know you could actually do that. But if you were at that level of the government, I think it is a fascinating document. Although they don't come to any grand conclusions, they have a series of details that, if you put together, it becomes a very interesting mosaic. I thought the whole issue of how they developed threat assessments within the intelligence community to justify the legal reauthorization was interesting. That had never been known before, that they were actually having to get a threat assessment to prove that there was still a threat to the United States in order to get a legal reauthorization. And then they had to get the White House to insert language into that.
Yeah, there's a lot of backfill in almost every direction. It's extraordinary, and who better to give us a perspective on it than James Risen of the New York Times. Again, great thanks for your time and your insight, sir.
Thanks.
And there are the legal implications of all the nefariousness that originated far up the Bush chain of command. Nothing this nefarious has ever originated officially this far up, domestically anyway. We now know who tried to browbeat the Attorney General and when he tried to browbeat him. If anybody ever bothers to prosecute these malefactors, how that playing field just changed, as assessed next by Professor Jonathan Turley.